Are those the directives you say you received from the DPP regarding this matter?
Yes, I see.
And this is dated 23/10/2024 at page 518. And if we go back to 517, it lists about 10 things that must be done in this matter. And the DPP says the following outstanding investigations must be completed, namely obtain the AVL records of the state vehicles involved, and gives the numbers. These are the vehicles I think the numbers correspond with what we saw in the photo album. And A1 must explain where did he keep the money in his house, obtain a statement from his domestic worker. Does A1 have CCTV cameras, and if so, obtain the footage of the incident? A1 must explain whether all the members searched his house, that is occupants of BMW and VW Golf, or only some of them. Which members took the money and placed it inside a bag, and in which vehicle did they leave the scene? Which members told him they need to share the money and took it? An identity parade must be held in order for A1 to point out the members involved. A2 must be accompanied by an affidavit from CarTrack, in brackets, person who gave A2. And lastly, A17 must be accompanied by opening and closing bank statements from FNB. A Section 205 subpoena must be issued in this regard. Then it continues at item 2. The police docket, Boksburg North Cast 241/03/2024, are hereby returned and must be resubmitted on or before the 25th November 2025 with finalized investigations. And it's signed by the DPP. Do you see that?
Yes.
And these directives are directed to the Deputy Provincial Head, Gauteng IPID, for the attention of Mr. Budu and yourself.
Yes.
You received these directives, and with the 10 items that you must attend to as instructed by the DPP, were you able to address all these concerns by the DPP?
Yes, this was an early directive from DPP. I already dealt with this, all of this, so it is finalized, and the advocate has issued the final directives that these members must be prosecuted for robbery with aggravating circumstances, and I already, J50 must be applied. I already applied for J50, I already arrested them. So currently the status of this case is trial.
And you deal with that at paragraph 74 of your statement, perhaps. Then if you could just read that, and that completes your work on this matter. At page 17 of your statement, paragraph 74, you have a little paragraph there headed criminal referral.
Yes.
Please read that.
The DPP took a decision that the members must be arrested and charged for robbery with aggravating circumstances. All of these members have been arrested and charged, and their criminal case is with the Boksburg Magistrate Court, and the matter is currently on the court roll, reminded to the 23 February 2026, which is this month. Must I continue?
Please continue. Conclude that, yes.
Departmental recommendation. The outcome of the disciplinary recommendation is still awaited.
So you will recall that you were invited to comment on these cases specifically,
yeah,
because the Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies had been concerned that IPID is either deliberately not investigating these matters or dragging its feet. Do you have a comment now that you have accounted for this matter and you have given, it would appear that at least from my perspective, you have done everything that is required by law for you to do.
Yeah, it can't be true that I deliberately frustrated these matters, because you can see from my evidence that my goal was to get justice by obtaining each and every exhibit which will assist this investigation so that our victims can get justice. So it was not a rush job in order to impress someone to arrest people willy-nilly without doing proper job. So the aim of the department is not to please the media, is to seek for justice, even if it takes longer, but the aim is to get justice. So I have with all these members that we dealt with, I have no relationship with them, and some of them, they hate me. If you can put me with the devil here, they will rather choose the devil than me.
Okay. Thank you. You did indicate at the start of your... yes.
Before that, Ms. Silla, I didn't realize that you have moved from this document. You say that when Ms. Motsipe comes here, you expect that she will say that she's still waiting for the audio visuals.
For this matter, which she will say that she's waiting for the video footage from me.
Yeah. It can be, though, that she's waiting for that, because when you look at the statements, and here I'm looking at a statement that starts at page 475. And I guess this is something. Firstly, let me ask this, that this docket was given to EMPD, the statements that are in this docket?
Yes.
Okay. And who in particular do you address these things to?
This was given...
When you do the report and you give them to EMPD, who would you have addressed it to?
This was, I will say, the person who received it, because there is a signature of her. This document was received by Binel Mutsip.
Okay.
But it is addressed to that department, which is headed by Yeni Erasmus.
I mean, I think what I want to point out, and I guess she will, if she comes here, she would have to explain. Randomly at 475, you have a statement that starts there of Ngubeni, Constable Ngubeni, and at from page 6, no, in fact, from paragraph rather, not page 6, at paragraph 5 on page 477, she does speak to, they arrived at that security complex, at that complex, residential complex, with the complainant. She does describe that. And then when you, so on her version, on one of the suspects' version at least, there is a concession that they did go to the complex with the suspect. And when you go to the next page, at paragraph 6, and I'm doing this just not to waste time, I'm skipping around, Ngubeni speaks about the African male then opened the door and welcomed us inside. Now they are at the residence, at the house itself. So there is evidence in your docket that you gave to EMPD that these people did drive to the residential property, and in fact they got inside the property. So it can be that the lack of a video evidence from you is the reason that they haven't instituted any discipline. They're not running the disciplinary hearing. It can be, she has to come and give us a different answer.
Yeah, she's listening, but I place it on record. Since January, she was insisting, following me for the video footage. Yeah. And this incident also, EMPD was aware from the onset, even the time this docket was with the SAPS in the initial stage. This docket was investigated by Chabalala. It's a female officer. Chabalala stated to me that I gave them the statement of the complainant. I made them to watch the video footage. It was Ayanda and Binel. This is not me, it is the police officer from Boxburg. But when they come here, they will deny all that they knew.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Mr. Magagula, we are now at your paragraph 76, we're page 18 of your statement. Just perhaps before you deal with that, Commissioners, from page 18, paragraphs 76 to 78 speak to those problematic cases that Mr. Gefelakai testified about, the Mayerton case of 72/8/2022, which it was said that's not registered in the manner that Commissioner Spies has described it. At 79, it deals with the Springs Cobalt and Brakpan copper matters. Without necessarily reading these, because into the record, what you have here, as regards the Mayerton case, Mr. Kefalakai has informed the commissioners that they are trying to investigate the circumstances around this case and that they will revert. Is there anything you are able to add to that regarding this Mayerton case? What have you been able to establish about it in the interim?
In Mayerton case, so far, now, currently, we have the telephone number of the alleged victim, Uomvelem. We will pursue, we will phone him, we will visit him in his address and ask if he knows anything about this. If he's willing to open a case, we will assist him in opening a case and establish if there is police involvement. But according to the video, there is police involvement, which means it will be our case. And if it is our case, again, even though it's Mayerton, it will be fruitful for the team of Egorulane because it is ours who make case intake in the office with other supervisors. So if we see this suspect are overlapping in one area, it will be prudent, for instance, to give the matter to Nomsamasuku, who has engaged with this suspect. He knows the modus operandi. I was just giving an example that we will be flexible on how to deal with this matter if it is open.
Mr. Magagula, my criticism of your statement, paragraph 77, is that you note from your cell phone that Spies sent you the clip on 6 March 2023. And we are now in 2026, and only now is IPIT telling us that they will open a case because it falls within their jurisdiction and they will take it forward. And the reason why I'm criticizing you is we know that the witness who provided this clip has since been killed. And I was a bit unhappy about somebody saying the video clip could not be opened, because if you know who it comes from, then surely you must go back to the person who gave you the clip and say, I cannot open it for whatever reason. But it doesn't explain why it took 3 years for IPIT to say, we will contact the victim, because he's not the complainant at this stage, the victim of the crime.
The time Commissioner Spies sent me the video footage, I asked him about the full. Commissioner Spies is a police officer. I asked him about the telephone number and case number. He could not provide such. And Commissioner Spies he was in better position than me, because the information is given to him by someone who trusts him and not me. And if he got that information from Yako Hanekom was not going to trust me or to talk to me because he was our suspect in the Brakpan murder case. So Commissioner Spies was better placed to source that information, to assist me. Even like civilians, South Africa, when they report, because our phone now, our phones are known to them. When they report, they give us a lead. 4 weeks back, a South African, a white male, sent me a complaint. It was about an African male whom police took 50,000. So it's a civilian. When he sent me that complaint, he sent me the victim's name and cell phone number. So it was easy for me. He didn't want me to ask him, hey, how did it happen? He said, telephone number, victim. I managed to speak to the victim, and he told me more information about that robbery which occurred in his house. So, Commissioner Spies, I don't want to criticize him or he passed the bulk with little information, and we are suffering with 727 cases. So he expect IPD to do everything for EMPD. So there is unfairness in that part of them.
Mr. Makakula, I suspect it's cold comfort for a member of the public who has been robbed by police officers to hear an explanation like this, that Spies expected me to do all the work. I think what is not understandable is that you got a clip, and you do say in your statement that the clip was without any details of the incident. But we've seen that clip. So we see Metro Police, we see people scaling over the fence who are wearing uniform, or looking over the fence who are wearing uniform, and we see them getting inside, and we see a vehicle going in. So we saw that this is supposed to be a police operation, an EMPD operation. And I would have expected that you would have called Commissioner Spies and say, get me more information on this. Because what you are recording in your statement suggests you, and that is what Mr. Kefelakai said yesterday, you got the clip, it had no context, you could not actually open all of it, and that was the end of it. And the statement, your statement in paragraph 77 conveys pretty much the same thing. You know, you say it was without any details, and then you say, I took it that there would be a case docket opened in one or other police station, and then such matter would be referred to IPD in writing. This has never happened. So you got the video and you did nothing. And I do accept criticism of Commissioner Spies that he didn't give you any useful information but for the clip. But you see this from Spies, with whom you're in touch about criminal conduct of EMPD officers. I don't understand, or it's difficult to understand, that you would not have called him and said, give me more information. Where do I find, what is this about? Where do I find this Womvelem? Now you know it's Womvelem, so at some point you asked. It's that which is difficult to understand how it came about.
I admit that I didn't put more information in my statement. With Commissioner Spies, I was communicating with him frequently. I did ask for that information because we were speaking. If you can see our communication, it goes a long way. Even if
about this case,
not about
this video.
Not about this case only. It goes a long way with other cases. So during those communication, if to myself, when I asked him for more details and he didn't provide, I took it as if he doesn't have. And he did not make follow-up to me regardless of our communication after sending this video footage, because we had a lot of communication between me and him. If he had anything, he would have. Maybe if I'm wrong. He would have asked Makakula how far about the incident, because we kept on communicating for a longer period after the video clip.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Before we leave this topic, I think it's necessary that we deal with your annexure TLM 6, which you reference at paragraph 76. At 76, in regard to this Mayerton case, you recall that when Commissioner Spies testified, he named it, he said it was a Mayerton case, case number 72/8/2022. At paragraph 76, you state, as far as I'm aware, this case does not involve the video recordings shared by Commissioner Spies with the Commission. I've been able to obtain records of copper-related matters reported to and registered at Mayerton subs during the month of August 2022. I was able to locate 3 in total. I attached marked TLM 6, the 3 crime summaries of these cases as recorded in the subs crime administration system. Now can we just quickly go to TLM 6 to confirm your 3 cases that you say you were able to locate in Mayerton for crimes committed in the period of August 2022. And the August is because, if I understand, the middle number in that case number indicates the month of the year.
Yes.
So your TLM 6 starts at page 520. And
19.
or at 519. Thank you, commissioners. At 519. And they go to 521. And already just casting our eyes on those 3, each one in the red section starts with a case number. We have 88/08/2022. The next one at 520 is 95/08/2022. And the last is 129/08/2022. So we do not have the case number as provided. You say the case number as provided by Commissioner Spies, you could not locate in Mayerton. Then if we look quickly at page 519, the first case, the charge is tampering with infrastructure. The summary states that the complainant stated that on that date, at that time, she went to sleep, everything was in order, all the windows and doors were locked and closed. At about 5:30 the next morning when she woke up, she noticed that the power light was off. Then she went outside to recharge the electricity, and it is when she noticed that the copper cable was cut. Now, the facts of that case do not correlate with what Commissioner Spies testified to confirm. The next, at 520, that second case, once again, is tampering with infrastructure, and this one, scene of crime, says railway station, Mayerton, Transnet. We don't have to look at the facts of that case because of the scene of the crime. And the last, at 521, is CAS 129/08/2022. It's theft general, and then in the summary it states the complainant was at his new house and found 2 unknown white males busy looting. He left them there and went to the scrapyard and found his properties to the amount of 35,000. So once again, the facts don't correspond with what Commissioner Spies understood the Mayerton case to involve. Nonetheless, Mr. Kifelaka has undertaken to the commissioners to come back on this matter formally and will file a supplementary. I just wanted to place your TLM 6 formally on record. Okay. You then next, from 79, you deal with the Springs, Cobalt, and Brakpan copper matters. I think emphasis there is at your page 8, is your paragraph 80. If you could just give a quick summary of what you were able to establish about these cases. Are you able to?
This one also, I believe it was answered, even if I didn't read. It was the issue.
Yes, well, I know what the issue is. It is the update because at paragraph 80, it appears that there has been communication with a specific warrant officer now.
Yeah. Okay. However, a telephonic inquiry was made with Warrant Officer Saki of Springs Police Station on 6 February 2026. He confirmed that there was a case similar to what is described under the Cobalt case. According to Warrant Officer Saki, this was a case of stolen goods which were recovered.
Yes?
According to Warrant Officer Saki, there was no police involvement in this matter that he could have reported, and therefore it does not, it does. So
you're quite right, it should read not.
Yeah, it must read, it does not fall in the IP mandate.
Now, unlike the matter of Mayerton, here just a narrative, are you able perhaps in time to provide either a statement from Warrant Officer Saki explaining, you call it the Cobalt, Springs, and I think, actually it's a measure of 2 cases. Are you able to obtain a statement, a full statement from Warrant Officer Saki around this issue?
Not yet.
Please think about the answer whilst we take a 5-minute adjournment. Let's adjourn.
Thanks.
Now you may respond, Mr. Magagula.
Mr. Magagula, if you still, in case you don't remember the question, mine was to point out that at your paragraph 80 to 81, you just relate contact that was had with Warrant Officer Saki. You've got nothing official as regards what Warrant Officer Saki says about this or this matter or these matters, if it's one or two. My question to you was, will you endeavor to obtain a statement from Warrant Officer Saki about these matters for completeness sake and to file with the Commission?
Yes.
Okay. So I should pursue you for that statement, and with a supplementary statement, I'll file it on your behalf?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we can quickly move then to your next heading, starting at page 19. This chapter is called Lack of Feedback to EMPD. Basically, I think it's important to read paragraphs 83 and 84, then we'll take it from there.
Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies complain of lack of feedback with regard to EMPD investigation. I accept this may have been the case. It is important to point out that IP does not give feedback or updates on ongoing investigation. This is mainly for purposes of preserving the integrity of investigation. We do communicate feedback to the complainants as required by the IP SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, to inform them of progress without providing details of the investigation. IP is, however, not obliged to give feedback to the institution whose members are under investigation, as such disclosure may compromise witnesses and undermine the integrity of the investigation.
Thank you. And then if you go to page 20 at paragraph 86, you state that, however, maintained constant communication with both Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies over an extended period. We would share information and discuss issues that affect Ekurhuleni. I attach as annexures TLM 7 and 8, respectively, screenshots of my communication with both. For the record, annexure TLM 7 starts in your second file, the big file, file 3 of 3. It starts at page 522, and that are your screenshots of your communication with Chief Mapie. If you confirm for me, they range in date from the 1st of August 2022, and the last page of that, at page 580, is 29 September 2025. Do you confirm?
The last page, it will be page?
Is page 580.
Yes,
and
yes.
29, the date is 29 September, so they are from 1st of August 2022 to 29 September 2025. And there are quite a few, about 50 pages. They span from page 522 to page 580. Do you confirm that?
It ends up at 581.
Is that problem of misplacing the numbering? You're correct. At 581 in actually the 6th of November 2025.
Yes, where it says, Avshin, so far so good, brilliant testimony. It was me greeting him in our language. In Tsonga, Avshin means good morning. So far so good, brilliant testimony. It was the testimony that he testified here in the commission, not knowing that the following day he will put me under the bus.
Was then it not appropriate for you to send another message on the 7th of November? What is the opposite of option?
Because he didn't respond to that one, the last one that I sent. I stopped communicating with him at that time.
Okay, and again,
I see that you refer to him as Shanks. I see that you refer to him as Shanks.
Yes.
Shanks.
580.
Oh, it's a forwarded message. It's a forwarded message. Sorry. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
Mr.
No, the
Yes,
chair was
Mr.
referring to the message at the bottom of 580. It's a forwarded message, and it starts, "Good day, Shanks." That's not you talking.
No, that one, it was not. It
No.
was not me.
No, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let's leave it.
Okay. Then the next annexure is TML 8. You refer to that at 86, and this you say are similar screenshots, but this time of your communication with Commissioner Spies.
Yes.
And these range from page 582 to page 630. And
Yeah.
I should check. And once again, it's not necessary at this juncture to go through them. In terms of date range, what I could make out is they seem to span from 8th March 2023, as appears at page 583, to I think 29th September 2025, as appears on page 626. That's the last data I'm able to locate in this.
Yes.
Confirm.
Yes.
Okay. I think
And Mr.
Commissioner
Magagula, there is the Mayerton video on page 582.
Commissioner, I've agreed that he sent me, and I needed more details.
Thank you, Commissioner. Now, if I understand your paragraph 86, you have attached these screen grabs for the sole purpose of showing that you have had fairly extensive, if I may call them that, communication with both Commissioner Spies and Chief Mapieye over an extended period. Is that correct?
Yes.
But then I know we said we are not unpacking them. Before we leave these screen grabs, I would like to draw your attention to page 540. At 540, are you there?
Yes, I'm there now.
I see a date at the top of the 14th of February 2023. Good morning, Chief. Today my schedule is not hectic. I will come and see you. This is now in TLM7, your communication with Chief Mapieye. And then he seems to respond, all right, please call me around 1300, correct?
Yes.
Now, I'm interested in the 15th of February message. At the bottom, there appear to be 2 voice clips. Is that what they are? We don't have them because these are screen grabs. Are those voice clips at the bottom there on that page?
Yeah, in the picture it shows a voice note, yes.
Okay. Now, the message above reads, "Good morning, Chief. Some of your officers are just pure criminals. Can you recognize this voice?" I'm interested in your description by calling some of EMPD officers pure criminals.
The voice notes here, because I'm unable, which means it was, I assume it has been a long time. I do not remember the contents of that voice because I might have found it somewhere, someone did something. So I'm alerting the chief about that incident. That, can you recognize this? I might, because it has been a long time and I cannot just remember what was the voice message all about.
It must have been a rough message for you to determine them to be, some of the members to be pure criminals. That's rather strong language, isn't it?
I accept, I use the strong language.
And you believe you were justified at the time to use that strong language?
I'm sure by hearing to that voice note that I can't remember
Okay.
what was all about.
I must say, though, that given the different cases that we have looked at, it's different, the ones that we've been discussing,
Yes,
that you're investigating, that it seems you do have it is criminals. Officers in the MPD, some are
yes,
serious criminals.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Magagula, then continuing your statement, we are now at your paragraph 88. No, 87, I apologize. You say, I maintained less contact with Brigadier Mkwanazi, in brackets, as compared with Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies. I attach as an extra TLM9 screenshots of my communication with him on a number he had provided in 2023. From around October 2024, Brigadier Mkwanazi was utilizing a different number attached as an extra TLM10 screenshots of our communication on this phone number. Do you confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
And your TLM9 starts at page 631. You say that's on the one phone, and it would appear that the first message is from the 22nd of May, 2023. And your TLM10, again, screen grabs of communication with Brigadier Mkwanazi. It seems to be the 2023 screenshots are TLM9. And TLM10, yes, starts at page 635. Do you confirm?
Yes, I confirm.
And in comparison, I mean, what you have given in terms of volume on the first number of 2023, it's from 631 to 634. That's 4 pages. And the second telephone number is 635 to 646. And I think it does support your contention that although you had contact with him, it was far less than you maintained with Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies, if your annexures are anything to go by, the screen grabs.
Yes.
There is nothing in particular I would like to refer you to in the 2 annexures, your communications with Mr. Mkwanazi. They are on record. To the extent that anything may appear from them that is of interest, the Commission will always have regard to what you have placed before the Commission.
Okay.
And at T9, you conclude then that TLM7 to TLM12 demonstrate that I had constant communication with the relevant officials of Ekurhuleni regarding their matters, and they had opportunity to raise any concerns they may have had with my investigations. This then, I think, would lead us to...
Can we maybe put the criticism to him and he responds? As I understood the criticism, it was that he would often visit either Ekurhuleni or EMPD offices and have meetings with Julius Mkhwanazi. And Mkhwanazi's superiors would not know what those meetings were about. And the suggestion was that he was cozying up to Mkhwanazi, and the reason why no action was being taken was because he was friendly with him.
Indeed, Commissioner Kumalo, that was the next chapter we are dealing with, just to check. It's headed Allegations of Improper Relations with Brigadier Mkhwanazi and City Manager. So I don't know if the issue you raise fits in with this. Okay. We move then, Mr. Magagula, to page 21 of your statement. We are at paragraph 90. Now, this particular heading reads allegations of improper relations with Brigadier Mkhwanazi and the city manager, of course, being of Ekurhuleni. Now, can you deal with the contents of this chapter as it starts from paragraph 90? Thank you.
As I indicated, the senior EMPD officers belabored under a wrong impression that I have a relationship with Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and an improper one at that. Further, that I have ongoing contact with Brigadier Mkhwanazi outside the official channels. This is incorrect. All my dealings with Brigadier Mkhwanazi have been in an official capacity as the head of specialized operation, where members of his unit are the subject of IPD investigation, and then only to the extent necessary. Chief Mapiyeye submitted a letter to this commission that he had addressed to the Executive Director of IP dated 24 January 2024, in which he complained of what he considered an inappropriate relationship between Brigadier Mkhwanazi and myself, and referred to a meeting I had with Brigadier Mkhwanazi. I will address the contents of this letter to the best of my recollection.
Apologies, Mr. Magagula. Just a second. Commissioners, for the record, in fact, a correction has to be made. The letter was dated 26 January 2024, not 24th. And that is Annexure JM27 to Chief Mapiyeye's statement. And this letter, Chief Mapiyeye had addressed to the Executive Director of IPID. And it read, I need to bring the following matters under your attention. During 2023, I personally reported to you that one of your investigators, Mr. Magagula, reported in person to the city manager of COE, Dr. Mashazi, that myself and Deputy Commissioner Spies are people who are pushing, quote unquote, the IPID investigation into J. Mkhwanazi EMPD, while nothing could be further from the truth. 2, it is a known fact that IPID have various investigations and cases still pending against J. Mkhwanazi, which some are not concluded yet. 3, it has come to my attention that Mr. Magagula has had numerous meetings with J. Mkhwanazi on the sideline at the Boksburg EMPD precinct. Last meeting between them was Friday, 19th January 2024. 4, I, as the Chief of Police and head of the Metro Police, have not been informed or have knowledge of these meetings, and I also do not receive any progress feedback on existing matters. 5, the engagement of Mr. Magagula and Mr. J. Mkhwanazi has got the potential of jeopardizing the cases against Mr. Mkhwanazi. I therefore request a meeting with you whereby we can discuss these matters further and a way forward on how to handle this. Your considered noting is appreciated, and it's signed by Chief Mapiyeye. That is the letter that Mr. Magagula references at paragraph 91. Is that correct, Mr. Magagula?
Yes.
Then you say you will try and address the contents of this letter to the best of your recollection, and you start doing so from paragraph 92. Thank you.
During January 2024, Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi had contacted me to express concern of the increasing number of deaths linked to illegal mining activities and seizure of police firearm following the shootings. The seizure is by IPID following such incident, and it became necessary to explain the basis for the seizure. I confirm that both investigator Nomsama Sugu and I attended to Brigadier Mkwanazi's office on 19 January 2024 for a meeting with Brigadier Julius Mkwanazi following this telephone call. I attached marked TLM 13 a copy of investigator Masuku trip log, official vehicle over the period. This log sheet together with mine, which I attach TLM 13.2 reflect the trip to Boxburg. The meeting was held with two other EMPD employees. It was decided to conduct training for EMPD officers as regards how to conduct themselves during engagement with illegal miners and for them to understand purpose for seizure of firearms of the officers. This training was conducted on 15 November 2025. Attached marked annexer TLM 14.
Before you proceed, at 93, you say you've got two annexures. Marked TLM 13 Roman 1, which is a copy of investigator Masuku's trip log for her official vehicle over the period. That document is attached and marked TLM 13 Roman 1. And please go to that page, the big file. 2 of 3, the big file.
The big
Yes.
file.
The big file, not the big 5, Mr. Magagut.
Okay, 2.
You said 203, it's 703.
I said 2 of 3, big
Oh,
file.
okay.
Yes, yeah, 2.
It's,
You are in file 2 of 3, the big file.
yeah, I mean big file. I want to know the.
Okay, the page is 703. Top right corner.
Yes.
And it starts at 203 and it does indicate the name, NP Masuku, personal number, and it gives the details of the vehicle. And in this regard, if one refers to, it's a log, trip log over an extended period. It starts here on the 19th of January 2024, and the last page is 31st January 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, which entry do you say is relevant to that visit to Ekurhuleni on the 19th of April, on the 19th of January 2024?
It is the first one, which date 19 of 1/2024. Standby duties, and it goes long to say Mufulo North, and then it say the time Boxburg, and it say the time kilos and kilos and kilos.
And you say that is the day you attended to the Ekurhuleni offices
Yes.
for a meeting with Mr. Brigadier Mkwanazi and 2 other employees, right?
Yes.
Now, you continue on that paragraph and you say, this log sheet together with mine, which I attach as TLM 13 Roman 2, reflect the trip to Boxburg. However, we do not have TLM 13 Roman 2. Would you like to talk to that, please?
I corrected that with you, that at that time I was driving with Ndlamini. Ndlamini was the one who, the other Tulan, when I say Ndlamini, is Tulan Ndlamini, whom was the one who took me there, and he left me. The trip log for Ndlamini, because it was Ndlamini who was driving. It was taken to national office due to certain investigation in the department that was happening, for which I cannot mention. Yes.
So are you suggesting to the commissioners that you didn't use your vehicle, so therefore you don't have a log sheet for that particular day? You drove with Tulani Dlamini,
Yes.
the other investigator,
Yes.
but his trip log is currently not available for the reasons that you state.
Yes.
Do you undertake to make that particular trip log available as soon as it's at hand?
I cannot confirm that because there was an investigation which.
No, I don't need the details of that particular investigation. I
Yeah,
said
it
when it
was not-
becomes available, are you in a
Yes,
position
yes.
to? Okay. But the purpose of attaching these logs is to confirm that indeed a meeting was held with Brigadier Mkwanazi on the 19th of January 2024, as Chief Mapie suggests,
I confirm that.
and you maintain that it was an official meeting
I was there
between
also.
EMPD officials as headed by Brigadier Mkwanazi following the telephonic conversation you had with him about concerns regarding zamazamas and seizure of firearms of EMPD officers.
Yes, I confirm that.
And on the other hand, the meeting was attended by at least 3 IPD officials, yourself, Investigator Masuku, and Investigator Tamini.
Dlamini didn't attend it. It was myself and Nomsa.
Who
and
attended
then
that?
with the other 2 female.
And you maintain there was nothing untoward about that meeting?
Yes, I maintain it was untoward. There was 2 ladies, and those ladies, I believe they are the one who provided Chief Mapie. They are in better position because there was nothing that was wrong. We advised on what he asked us for. And with the meetings, I don't know if I have addressed it in some other places. He was not talking about this only meeting. When he addressed to the executive director, he stated that there was several meetings that I had with Mr. J.D. Mkwanazi. So I want to address also the other one because this is not isolated. This one, I believe, those 2 ladies that were there, they are the one who told Chief Mapie, and they should have even told him what was the contents of that meeting because it was not secret. That is why they were part of the meeting. The other meetings that is referring to, I never had a meeting with Julius Mkwanazi except this one. During my performance of my duties, there is no where I met Mr. J.D. Mkwanazi alone. There is no instance. Those statements, those 3 paragraph statement that I took from Pat Fontaine, Benoni, Hillbrow, and the warning statement of him in terms of Brakpan, I took this statement on different occasions. In all occasions, I was not alone. So if Chief Mapie referred to that as meeting, it was not meeting, it was my official duties. And if I had to take a statement of Julius Mkwanazi, whether it's warning statement or duty on, duty off statement, I do not need to inform Chief Mapie today that I'm going to take a warning statement of Julius Mkwanazi. I'm going to take a duty on, duty off statement of Julius Mkwanazi regarding this case. So I have no obligation to tell him each and every day when I go and obtain a certain things in EMPD to say today, I'm going to take a warning statement of this member or this member. So what I want to clearly state is that in all occasion, when I met Julius Mkhwanazi, I met him with my team. There is no day where I met Julius Mkhwanazi alone. So even in this day of the 19th, that is why I confirm I was not alone, I was with Nomsa Masuku. So with the two ladies, so the contents, those ladies that were there, they know exactly what we were talking about. And that takes us to that training that we had on the 15th November. And even before that, there was a time, even in the screenshot you'll see, there was a time when you also asked us to do station lectures. We did a station lecture in their headquarters in Cape Town Park. That station lecture was initiated by him. And then when we do station lecture, the department also want to see photos of that station lecture with a register, who were the people that were there. We have a register. So we did that, and the photos that we took also, because it was headquarters, Mr. Spies was part of those photos. Nomsa has even those photos in your office. And then we did another station lecture in Boxbeck Council, Municipal Council. It was different unit. So we were trying to teach them how work. It doesn't mean IPID is to promote proper police conduct. So some of the police officers take us as their enemy, whilst we are there to assist them to improve service delivery and how to conduct themselves on the street. And it doesn't mean when I arrested you, you become my enemy. I can't talk to you. So you are not my enemy. And if in my performance of my duties, I need to take a statement, I will still come, regardless that you hate me or what. If it is work, I will still come to you to say, at this stage, I need this because of 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Now I want to turn to your alleged relationship with City Manager of Ekurhuleni, but before I do so, Commissioner Khumalo, has he covered the concerns you had, the issues that was called upon to answer?
Yes.
Thank you. You deal with that from paragraph 96, Mr. Magagula. If you could take it from paragraph 96.
96.
Yes.
Chief Mapie further alleged that I had been seen with the city manager of Ekurhuleni. I categorically deny the allegation that I have any personal knowledge of or have ever met the city manager of Ekurhuleni municipality. I refute any claim suggesting that I was at any time in the company of the city manager. To the best of my knowledge, there has never been any occasion on which I have personally met, communicated with or interacted with her in any capacity. In the performance of my official duties, I utilize state vehicle. Any assertion that of a meeting with the city manager can be objectively verified through the state vehicle tracking record, which provide an accurate account of my location on the dates in question. The information is provided to assist the Commission in addressing any potential misinformation or misrepresentation that may be presented by Mr. Mapie concerning alleged interaction between myself and Brigadier Mkhwanazi and the city manager of Ekurhuleni municipality. So, yeah, I had Ntate Mapie. I don't know the city manager. Till today, I don't know her. To see her face, I only saw her in the commission and a certain video. I don't know if it was before, it is before or after the commission, where Julius was seen to say, I will die, I will take a bullet for you, Mama. I didn't know even a face. I only know a face in those occasions. The video and the commission. So personally, till today, I never met her or communicated with her.
Thank you.
Maybe before you get to the conclusion, you've explained in this last discussion the training that you were asked to give by
Yes.
Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and where you had to explain the mandate of
Yeah.
the IPID and why the IPID takes firearms when there had been incidents. Have you had, or do you have that kind of discussion or education, if you like, with officials? So, for example, we had these complaints about you were not investigating these matters, including the Mbenze matter that we heard about. Now we have an explanation why the EMPD, the people that are complaining, would not have known that Mbenze is about to go to court, because, as explained, that it is matters that you keep and you don't communicate with your stakeholder, and you've said the same thing as well. And so it seems part of these complaints are based on not knowing or understanding the processes of at least from where I'm sitting, not understanding the processes of IPID, that there should never be an expectation that they will be getting feedback while they're running matters. Comes from ignorance of not knowing that you would need to speak to a commander to get a commander statement where their members are involved. Is there that kind of education or information to your stakeholders about your processes?
Yes, I will. There is no such, but Ntatema PAE and Rivers Peace, if you look at our communication, Ntatema PAE and Commissioner Peace, they have my contact. I'm open to them, and even my other team members, they had access to not only me, my other team members, they engage us. So if they were having concern or delays, I mean, they will have engaged us to say, how far is this matter? Even if this one is confidential, we'll say, with this one, we won't give you an update. More especially the case that we didn't want to give them update, even if they ask, but we will have told them the reason why. It was the Mbenze case, because they did request copies of that docket, and we informed them that we can't give you this one. In most of the cases, we give them those copies. So we will never refuse without giving them an answer that we do not give you this one because of 1, 2, 3. So Tatema PAE and Rivers Peace, they have that opportunity to ask us any case. Magagula, what is happening? If they don't want to ask me, they have access to the other team members.
I'm asking I asked the question the way that I did because I wanted an answer that applies generally, not just to them. I assume that you have a good working relationship with Spies and MAPA, for example, and they are not bad people when they come here and express suspicion about lack of information. I've made that assumption. So I'm asking a general question about, do your stakeholders understand your processes, such as this, that when you're conducting an investigation, this is how it plays out, as in they will not get information unless it becomes necessary for you to speak to them. And so when you are quiet, it doesn't mean an investigation is not happening. Yeah. Do they understand all of those things?
Yeah, they do. SAP, as do understand. With the MPD, I won't know if they understand.
Perhaps you should consider giving them a lecture as well in the way that you've done with the policy, with the mandate of you've done with Brigadier Mkwanazi's people about the mandate of the IPID. Perhaps you should give them lectures about your processes.
I will do so.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy. Ms. Makagula, this then leads us to your concluding remarks at page 23. Just to point out, in this part of your statement, you referenced the Boksbeek North case, and you deal with a different case. The Boksbeek North is the 241/03/2024. That is the matter involving the Congolese national. Is that not so?
Yes, it's that one.
Then you say, you compare that with another case, also from Boksbeek case 281/05/2023, and you say this case was not referred to in the commission.
Yes.
You have attached STLM 15, a report you had filed following an investigation at page 725. 725 of annexure 3 of bundle 3 of 3.
Yes, I got it.
And this, once again, is a memorandum to the Chief of Police, EMPD, and the subject is initiation of disciplinary recommendations in terms of Section 30. And this involved a different matter that neither Chief Mapie nor Commissioner Spies raised in the commission. But I do note that the members implicated in this matter, at least one of them, is part of the, did we call it the extortion matter?
Yes.
Concerning involving the Congolese national.
Yes.
And you provide the summary of allegations there, and you conclude by requesting that EMPD take action against these members.
Yes.
You then attach a further document, you number TLM 16. And that is communication from the DPP,
Yes.
addressed to you and to your supervisor, Mr. Bodu. It is dated 10 March 2023 at page 730. This is still the same matter as with annexure TLM 15 regarding those members, including Shirinda, who is also involved in the Congolese national matter.
Yes.
Under CAS 281/05/2023. And you say, unfortunately, the DPP declined to prosecute in this matter.
Yes.
So you never pursued it criminally because the DPP declined to prosecute.
Yes.
But you had filed your report with the DPP as you filed with EMPD.
Yes.
Do you know what became of the EMPD processes following receipt of your recommendation? Do you know if anything happened there?
I do not know anything about EMPD. There's progress on this matter.
Okay. And lastly, then you reference another matter we don't know. You say Edenvale theft case number 267/07/2025. State versus Fortune Klantla Dlamini and 9 others. 6 members of the EMPD and 4 members of Sakane SAPS were arrested for theft. The investigation is proceeding according to the Deputy Director of Public Prosecution's instructions. EMPD was aware of this case, however, no action was taken against these members departmentally. That's a different example you give of what you say is a case you are actively involved in and you are pursuing vigorously, involving EMPD members, including SAPS members.
Yes.
And then if you could then read 103 and 104. At page 24 of your statement.
Yeah.
Paragraph 103 at page 24. If you could read that.
Okay. I reference these matters to demonstrate that I do not protect members of EMPD from prosecution, whether criminally or disciplinary. Threats in the Ekurhuleni area remain reality, and the IPID management continues to mitigate them despite limited budgetary resources. The Ekurhuleni team currently consists of 6 investigators. 6 investigators are up from 5 previously. The high workload is further compounded by the departure of caseworkers from the department, whose cases we have had to assume responsibility for.
Thank you. And that is the last paragraph of your statement.
Yes.
Commissioners, unless there are further questions, that is the testimony of Mr. Tulani Magagula. Thank you.
Mr. Magagula, thank you very much. You are excused.
Thank you, Commissioners. I have learned a lot during the session. I hope to take what I have learned here to the street and to my other team members, so that we can add value to the inhabitants of Gauteng province. I thank you.
Thank you for that undertaking.
Thank you.
Let's adjourn until 9:30 on Monday.
9:30 Monday. Thank you, Chair.